Vinegar Syndrome hates retailers. How often have you ever seen a Vinegar Syndrome item in a store? And I'm not just talking about Walmart, because Walmart hates the physical media community, so they barely count at this point as is. But think about your Barnes& and Nobles. They carry Kino Lober, they carry Arrow Video, they carry Scream and Shout Factory releases, but they don't carry Vinegar Syndrome. And it's not even just the big guys. The little guys apparently are having issues too. Orbit Video announced they're not going to be carrying any event level releases. And now apparently Grindhouse Video is literally in the middle of a war because they want to sell foreign junky discs, which I'm siding with Vinegar Syndrome on this. Grindhouse Video shouldn't be trying to pawn off foreign garbage to people because, let's just face it, half the time that stuff doesn't even work. But nonetheless, that's one less retailer that you're going to be able to get your Vinegar Syndrome products at. And Vinegar Syndrome just doesn't seem to care. Now, I know you out there, you're probably like, well, Steve, they're preparing themselves for a future where there's no brick and mortar stores to sell movies anymore, and they can continue to sell, products directly to the customer. They don't have to worry about a loss of sales because it doesn't impact them. Okay, fair strategy. But who cares about tomorrow when we need to worry about today? Vinegar Syndrome needs to cash in. I'm not saying this because I want to get my stuff in store, because if that's the case, then they start overproducing slipcovers. They start making these limited edition releases far less limited. I don't want that. Keep that stuff on the site. Make it so us real collectors and investors have a chance to stock up and cash in on our investment in 3 to 5 years. We're the ones that deserve that. But take advantage of these chumps in stores. Sell your standard edition stuff at Barnes & Noble. Heck, there's not even actually a reason you don't have some stuff in at Walmart. I mean, TerraVision sells stuff, and they're like, what, a fraction of the size of a company of you? If they can do it, why can't you? I hate the movie Roadhouse. I think it's terrible. But you think if you don't put that 4K on a shelf, that some old timer is going to walk in and go, oh, I remember the good old days, and they're going to pick it up. Because that's how it works. They don't care if it has a slip because they don't know any better. These guys are still buying junky DVDs. And honestly, you could probably get the entire Vinegar Syndrome catalog because half of the Walmart customers just buy garbage anyways. So you could just put anything on the shelf, and if it has a good enough cover, they're going to buy it. These Walmart people will literally buy anything. They buy things like Shark in a Cornfield, Amityville Shark, Shark versus Octopus, stuff that you already know is straight up trash. It doesn't matter if it looks spooky and it looks like the cover is good enough and they think it's going to be a good time, they're going to buy it. And Vinegar Syndrome, that's right up your alley. With all the money you guys would make from this, you could actually invest it in getting big titles that people want. It'd be awesome if you guys would actually put out The Good Roadhouse with Jake Gyllenhaal on 4K with a limited edition slip. People would eat that up. It'd be a huge seller. And that's just one example. And that's just a start. You could start acquiring Rob Zombie movies with that money. You could start getting things from the Michael Bay collection. You could start getting actual good stuff. And people won't just think you're like just some weird garbage bin studio. People will actually take you seriously. I think that this would be a good move for not only you, but the entire community. I think you guys need to buckle down, start embracing the retail model, cash in while you can, and then as soon as things get scary, pull out. And hey, if there's one thing I know about, it's about making cold, hard cash. You guys know that's part of the magic of always slipping.